Hello there, this is Jennie from Designs with Paper. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I have a mixed media canvas project for you, so get comfy and let's get crafty. I thought I would begin by showing you how I use Microsoft Publisher to prepare images for Printable Ephemera. The first thing I have done is select a landscape style project and put the margins down to narrow. The next thing I usually do is add a shape. So I'm going to insert and click shapes, and then I'm going to draw a square onto my page. I will use the top right hand edit box to change the shape of this box to be a 5 by 7 inch box. And that is because the canvas I'm working on today is a 5 by 7 inch canvas. And that way all of the pictures that I am using will be sized properly. Next, I go straight up the middle there and select the fill color and eliminate I check the no fill box. I don't need that blue color inside my project box. So now it's time to start adding images. I go up to the insert button again, and when I click insert, I get a new menu and I click pictures. This takes me to my network on my computer, and I have a file or a couple of files where I have saved images to use in my craft projects. These are images that I have either photographs I've taken myself, things I've purchased online, digi-stamps, things like that, or they are images I found online that are free for use. And they're just kind of filed and sorted by what they are. The image I am going to select and insert today is a piece of sheet music. This is old antique sheet music or antique looking sheet music. And I'm going to stretch this image to be larger than my background. I want it to be bigger than my canvas so that I have room to move it around. I don't want it to be too short. I am going to go to the recolor box on the edit screen, and I'm going to change the transparency. So right here, kind of in the middle, is a place where you can make a picture more or less transparent than it is originally inserted into your document. I am going to print this on rice paper, so I need it to be more transparent than if I printed it on copy paper, but not full strength. And I just kind of played with it. You can see it's going lighter and darker. I ended up going, I believe, about 50% transparency. All right, so once I have the sheet music in, I'm going to hit insert and go to photographs again. And this time I will go to the folder that has my images of florals, nature elements kind of things. And I have a picture of a bouquet of flowers that I got from Graphics Fairy that I'm going to click and insert into my project. Now this particular image has a background, so I will go to the recolor tab and use the option that says select transparent color and click on the white background, and that eliminates the background. That works really well if the background is a solid color. It doesn't work if you have multiple colored backgrounds or anything like that, but something like this with just a white background, it's perfect. And now I am going to go ahead and resize this project so that I can make sure it fits on my canvas. Once I have made sure the bouquet is the size I want, I go back into my image folders and find the picture of the image that I want, the focal image for this piece. And this is a vintage piano, and I'm going to select and insert that. Again, this piano has a background, but it's not a simple background. And there is another website I use to remove those types of non-simplified websites or non-simplified backgrounds. And it is, oh my heavens, what's the name of it? Removethebackground.com or something simple like that. It really is. Remove right here. And you just click the upload, select the image from your computer that you want to remove the background from. So I have to go back through and find that piano again. And then you click download, and it sends it right to your download file with no background in it. So now I can go back to my project and go to insert and picture. This time I need to go to my download folder and select that piano. And now I have this vintage piano with no background in it. And I can resize this piano to make it be the size and shape that I want. This is when I realized I probably need to make those flowers a little more transparent. So I clicked on the flower image and went to the recolor option. I went to the third drop down on that. And in the transparency, I think I sent them back to about 50% transparency as well. I'm going to print the flowers on rice paper as well. The piano, however, I'm going to print on copy paper. So I'm going to click the insert button and add a page. and I'm going to remove the piano from on top of my project and insert it into my second page, and then just kind of scroll it away down in the bottom corner on this page. I will select the first page and take the flowers off of the sheet music and pull them over out of the way so that I can print this without them overlapping. And that is just so that I can add the layers myself. So now I'm ready to send this through my printer, and I'll show you what it looks like right now. Okay, so here are my images. My piano has been printed on copy paper, and the sheet music and the florals were printed on some printable rice paper I found on Amazon. And I have gone through and cut everything out, and I'm ready to insert. I will be adhering my ephemera images to this canvas with this liquid medium. So this is a 5x7 inch pre-gessoed canvas that I got in a package of 4 at the dollar store. Okay, they're super inexpensive to purchase canvases. I don't have a problem using these less expensive canvases when I'm doing mixed media, because I'm going to add so many layers of medium and gesso that whether or not they're good for painting to begin with doesn't matter. Once I have the sheet music adhered, I will add a coat of the gel medium over the top, or the liquid medium over the top. And then I have dried that. And now I'm going to add some texture with this stencil and some modeling paste. This stencil is the Crafter's Workshop. The Art Is, I believe, is the name of the stencil. I'm not sure if it's even made anymore, but any stencil you have that has texture, or any type of script or text writing, whatever you're looking for would work. You don't have to have this exact stencil. I'm just going to I'm adding a little bit of imagination and texture to the background of the page. That's all. So now that I have that modeling paste all cleaned up and dried, I am going to take my archival ink and an ink blending sponge and go around the edges of my project. So I do plan to put this in a frame. This is actually a gift I created for one of my friends for her birthday, and I am going to put it in a frame. I'm not sure what frame yet. I have to check my boxes of things I never use and see what frame I have in there. But I do want to ink up the edges just to make sure that that white canvas doesn't show. So now I have cut out around my bouquet of flowers. I did cut it a little closer than maybe I normally do, just to make sure I didn't have any background showing, because I set the transparency on that sheet music to be only 50%. I didn't want there to be big, obvious pieces of rice paper. So now I am taking the piano image that I printed and cut out, and I'm adhering it to the top of the project with the liquid medium. And now that that has been dried and cleaned up, I'm going to add a layer of gel medium over the top of this. Sorry, not gel medium, clear gesso over the top of this. The reason I do that is because the liquid medium is a gloss medium, and I want to knock back that shine. So I am using clear gesso to knock back the shine, and it will dry clear and you won't even see it. Once it was dry, I decided I needed a little bit more interest, so I pulled out this Tim Holt Stampers Anonymous stamp set. I will be using the Postmark stamp set and one of those script stamps, and I'm going to stamp a few images on the background of this page with my brown archival ink. I'm not going to worry about if I go over the florals or not, but I do kind of want to avoid the piano. I want the flowers to become background. So by stamping over the top of them, I have pushed them into the back and not the front. Does that make sense? So I'm leaving the piano alone. The next thing I'm going to do is add some script in the same kind of general places. I'm trying to go with the triangle idea here where there's, but then I forget what I'm doing and I just stamp it wherever I want. And I picked up my sponger or my ink dauber, oh my goodness, words today, to go around the edge again, there were a couple of places where the canvas was showing through a little bit more than I wanted it. So I am re-inking the edges just so that the canvas doesn't show when I put it in the frame. Here is a zoomed up picture so that you can see how that rice paper lays nicely on top of itself and lends to that multi-dimensional mixed media style project. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Leave me a comment, tell me something you didn't know, and have a really fabulous day. I have added a couple of other videos here that you might enjoy if you enjoyed this video, and a subscribe button. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would become a subscriber so that you didn't miss any more of my ramblings about artwork. Thank you so much. Have a great day.